You are now listening to the Battle Rap Arena Show with your hosts, URL Zone, Norbes, and JesseRican.
Welcome to URL Battle Rap Arena. We got the Hitman Holla episode up. The good episode is coming up right behind it. You fans ask for it, we give it. ThrowDownDigital. Shout out, thanks for that, man. I know you take time doing it. Norbes, what's going on, man? I go on urltv.tv, and I see that you're throwing a little event. What's up?
Oh, yeah, that's on my man, m-ciddy's event. It's, body bags and closed caskets, and that's going to be January 14th in Brooklyn, New York. I'll be out there scouting new talent. My fault, apologize to everybody, I got a cold, so I sound a little fucked up. I'm going to weather the storm here.
Yeah, man.
January 14th. The info should be on WeGoHardTV.tv. Like, I don't know it offhand, but it should be on there. And like I said, I'm going to be in the building, man, scouting new talent, looking for the next Bill Collector, the next Surf, the next Math, the next Reverb. So hopefully, man, like, you know.
Well, I actually wanted to throw out an open challenge to the people listening to URL's Battle Rap Arena. 347-215-6721. If you rhyme, let Norbes hear your hardest bars. What do you think, Norbes?
I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's have a little audition online. Like, why not? Females, males, it don't matter. Like, if you got bars, I want to hear them.
347-215-6721. Yo, Rob, what's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Yeah, it was good. Nah, just hearing y'all out. What up?
What's going on? Just listening?
Yeah, I'm just listening to y'all.
No doubt. 718, what's going on? What's on your mind?
Yo, what up?
What up, man?
Shake it, brother.
You know, man, Norbes, what up? It's your boy Matt, man.
What's up, my nigga? How you doing?
You know me, I'm just listening to what niggas really got to say, you know? Appreciate the time that they be taking out and all that. Okay.
I definitely appreciate that, my nigga. Real shit.
All right, you know, niggas be out there.
What's that? You got anything on your mind?
Nah, I'm chilling.
Keep it on to the next one. 917, what's going on, man? What's on your mind? What's up, man?
Next question, please.
Hey, just keep it going, man. 917 told me he had a question. 518, what's going on? What's on your mind?
It was good. I just had a question for Norbes real quick.
Shake it, brother.
Well, I was watching that. I've been watching the battles for a while. You know, Calico always calling out Lux. I was just wondering, you think that battle's gonna happen? And if it does happen, you think Calico can actually beat Lux?
Calico's been. He seems to, you know, he seems to be getting better with every battle. And like I said, as long as he keeps doing what he does, eventually, like, it's a strong possibility. It's really on Lux. Like, I know Lux is definitely coming back 2012, and he's been interested in battling like a hollow. So, like I said, like in the URL, anything can happen. So, as long as Calico continues to do what he does, like, you know, it is what it is. Maybe Lux might have to do it. You know, Calico don't need anybody to establish him anymore. So, if Lux decides to do it, hopefully it'll be a great battle. You know what I mean? And they'll get it popping. But like I said, it's really up to Cal. Up to Lux. If he wants to get in the ring with Cal, let's make it happen. I'm with it. Why not?
Yeah, I'm trying to see that.
What's up?
Yes, I want to see that. I'm trying to see Lux come back. So.
No, he's definitely coming back 2012, man. Just stay tuned. You know, we're going to bring it to you. It's going to be crazy. He's going to be on the URL, the elite, you know, the league everybody, you know, tries to compete with. So, you know, it's all good, man. You You know what I mean? Shouts to all the leagues out there. Shouts to everybody supporting us.
Word, URLTV.tv. Thanks a lot, man. 347-215-6721. 917, you're back on, man. I went to you last time you weren't speaking. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, Snorbs?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. It was just a question I wanted to touch back on. I think this past few months, someone had mentioned about online pay-per-view. And I want to know, like, what's the percentage that URL will ever do, like, a pay-per-view, like the way boxing and UFC do it? Will URL ever do something like that?
I mean, we're working towards all that. Like, we really are starting to become, we're starting to become a household name everywhere. Like man, like everywhere I go, people recognize me off of this shit, and like the product is growing. And as we grow, like that's, it's a very strong possibility. And I think the sport's going to continue to grow, and eventually we are going to have pay-per-views on TV and stuff like that. So honestly, man, I'm almost 100% it is going to happen, because the sport is it's amazing, man. Like, watching some of these guys are so talented. Watching, like, the Tech Nines, the Young L's, like, these guys are just amazing. Like, so as long as you, the people, continue to support and we continue to grow, sky's the limit. And that's the realest thing I can say in terms of that.
Oh, okay.
718, you got some... Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I wanted to know, when is the next time Swave is going to battle in the URL card? Is it anytime soon?
I spoke to Swave recently. He's actually doing a battle first, I think, January 28th against Head Ice for grind time. But after that, he told me he's definitely trying to battle on the next card. There's been various opponents he's actually wanted who've been thrown at him, actually, but he really wants to battle Averb. And recently I spoke to Averb, and he's definitely not opposed to it. He's actually he's very interested in battling Swave. So after Hitman battles Averb, we can definitely make that happen. Like, Swave can definitely get it in with Verb or what we want. So hopefully Swave gets in there, February, March, back in the URL.
Wow, that's a crazy battle if it happens.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. 718, you got something else on your mind? What's up, man?
What's going on? I actually had a question for Norbs.
What's up,
Go ahead, man.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned grind time, because I actually was going to ask, like, Disaster was on whenever a couple weeks ago, and if you guys, choose to bring him over to the URL stage, would you, like, be open to bringing over maybe a couple other, grind time rappers, maybe like Thesaurus and Ilmac on the same event, kind of like, URL versus grind time, or do you think that's, like, too beneficial to, the competition?
At the end of the day, this is how I look at it. Grind time is a totally different style, and then they're very good at what they do in terms of minute-and-a-half battles, like what Thesaurus does and stuff like that. If they were to come over, I really want the elite of the elite, and they have to bang on the 3-minute and above format. Disaster fits what we do better, in my opinion, than the Ilmac. But Ilmac, if he really does want to take the challenge and he wants to come over here, I'm not against it. But in terms of a grind time versus URL, that'll never happen. Like, to be honest with you, these guys are MCs, and like if they want to come here and they feel like they could bang on our style, then they come over and do it. But in terms of that'll never happen. But I like Passwords. I love Disaster. He's one of my favorite people. Thesaurus is definitely a legend. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I just don't know how he'll fare against. I'm not saying he's not talented. I think he's very talented, but I don't know how he'll fare in this atmosphere and this style of battling, because it's definitely a different style. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm a big fan of Roan. Like, I would love to have Roan over here, to be honest with you. Like, I think Roan is really dope. So, like I said, who knows? Who knows, to be honest with you. But
no doubt.
Last time URL, definitely not. But URL, like, bringing Disaster over, I'm definitely 150% behind that.
Dope, no doubt.
All right, 718, thanks for your question, man. 347-215-6721, man. Call in, ask your questions. StreetStarNorbes, spit your rhymes if you have one. 646, what's going on, man? Who's this? 646-577, what's going on?
Yo. It's your boy Mickey Factz.
What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. What up, Norbs?
Mickey Factz, what's good, man? A legend.
Oh, that's Mickey? Oh, that's my motherfucking man. What's good, Mickey?
What's up, everybody? Chilling,
man. I'm over here sick as a dog, man. Thank God you called in, man. You need to interview my nigga Mickey Factz.
Yo, hey, Mickey, I mean, what are you thinking about URL's Battle Rap Arena, man? You're a battle rap fan.
Yeah, I'm a fanatic, you know, as much as most of the people can see. I'm always at a URL event. And, you know, I think this is a great idea. You know, I think, you know, you guys interviewing these artists, I don't really call them battlers, I call them artists. You guys interviewing these artists, you know what I'm saying, is giving them a chance to connect with the fans on a more personal level. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Norbs and JesseRican interviewing these guys. The fans calling in like a real radio show, you know what I'm saying, and having them, you know what I'm saying, respond to these questions that the fans have for them, you know what I'm saying, and that's how real radio shows go. So I really appreciate it, you know what I'm saying, because it lets me know what the battlers are thinking and what they want to do next, you know what I'm saying. So it's a real great idea.
Well, the fact that you're calling in, I actually have a question for you or two, if you don't mind.
Of course.
DNA called you out on being a snitch, man. Any response? Anything to say about it, or is it just let him be who he is?
Well, it's not a plausible, you know what I'm saying, response from me because I didn't snitch. DNA told me that he wanted me to be in the crowd when he pointed out to people during the Proving Ground battles with John and Don and B Magic during that day. He said it pretty loudly, and I was like, no, you know, I'm gonna be in the back in the VIP section. I don't really want to be in the front, you know. And I was already going for Young Ill in the battle, but I guess he kind of felt that, you know what I'm saying, that I told Young Ill the situation. I didn't tell Young Ill the situation. And then when he put the track out, you know, Averb and Young Ill both said it wasn't Mickey, but it was somebody close. You know, so it was somebody that was in New York City, but it wasn't me. So no, it wasn't me. And DNA apologized to me. And you know, that's the homie. No beefs.
Oh, so you guys are on good terms now?
Yeah. That's the homie.
Now let me ask you, let's get back to the battle rap. You know, recently Hitman Holla and Goods, you know, they've been going ham on each other with blogs. And what's your take on that? Like, you know, like Goods responds to the blog, and then Hitman does the interview, and then Goods does the next interview. What's your take on all that? What do you think about that?
What it does is it builds up the character for whoever's doing the best Jonesing session. You know, right now the battle's out, you know what I'm saying, and for me, I personally think Goods won because Hitman choked for a minute, and I'm from the era where you choke, you lose a round, and it was a 1-round battle, so Hitman loses automatically. Goods did a pretty good job, and he beat him, and now it's a continuation. It's like after the fact. Now, a lot of things could happen after this. Like, they can have a rematch, or, you know what I'm saying, they could kind of, you know, or Goods can build up his star character from this. You know what I'm saying? This Earl character that he's created is, like, taking off. Like, people love Earl.
Earl was on the show recently. Earl was on the show last night, actually. Yeah, Earl was on the show on Tuesday. That YouTube video is dropping. If you don't catch URL's Battle Rap Arena, Goods called in, and Earl actually called in the show.
That's crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Goods has something that can turn into something crazy. And Hitman, I don't know if he's witty enough to really combat something like that. He's just going to yell and scream. But laughter always is going to overpower, you know, somebody being angry and mad. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Hitman. He'll get it. You know.
Now, recently, a lot of people have felt like Hitman, you know, his last couple showings were his best showings. And I brought up the point when I asked him, I was like, listen, when you battled Cortez, when you battled Big T, when you battled Arsenal, it seemed as if you were more motivated. Do you think that the fact that his popularity rose so high and he became whatever, that he kind of lost his hunger, do you feel that in his battles? How do you feel about that?
I don't really consider myself like a big Hitman Holla fan anymore. And the reason why is because he set the bar so high. I don't know if I don't know if it's a hunger thing, but when he battled Big T, I was like, okay, this kid is good. Then when he battled Cortez, I was like, yo, this kid is nice. When he battled Arsenal, I was still like, okay, he's nice. This Hollow the Dawn battle he had, that was supposed to be his coming out party. And, you know, after he battled Cortez, I kind of went back and started to look at his old battles, and I was like, okay, yeah, this kid can go, you know, but he didn't keep up that same intensity versus Hollow and versus Goods. And I don't know if it's a hunger thing, you know what I'm saying? I just think he has set the bar so high that to top that bar is going to be extremely difficult to do for him and his stature of lyricism, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be difficult for him no matter what he tries to do, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Go ahead.
No, I mean, and against Averb, he's going to really have to pull out the stops. Like, he's going to have to go ape shit in order for him to beat Averb. If Averb comes how he did against O-Red.
Do you think that he's going into that battle as the underdog? Who do you feel has the edge in that battle?
Right now, Averb has the edge. Averb has the huge advantage in this battle right now, at this very second. Because Averb is coming off, he's going to be coming off of a win, in my opinion, versus O-Red. And Hitman is coming off of 2 L's, while Averb is coming off of 1 L and one W to me, you know what I'm saying? And I think Averb finally got it. I think it woke him up that he needs to go back to the old Averb. And if he goes back to the old Averb, Hitman Holla has a problem on his hands, man.
Now, Mickey, I want to ask you a question, too. I mean, I actually almost kind of disagree with you and Norbs, because as far as I think Hitman Holla versus Cortez was great, I think he did outdo himself in the Arsenal battle. That second round was genius to me.
The second round was genius. It was genius, but he was super consistent every round against Cortez. And you know, when I first caught on the URL and was starting to watch these battles, that was the go-to battle I would show. I showed it to my A&R at Jive Records, and he told me to start saying ball game, right? I showed it to J. Cole in Atlanta, and J. Cole was going crazy over Hitman Holla. I showed it to women who hate battle rap, and they were just like, yo, this shit is incredible. Hitman Holla. I love him. You know what I'm saying? So he set that bar extremely high. So when he battled Arsenal, he took Arsenal's fan base, because people already knew who Arsenal was. So he took Arsenal's fan base, all of the fickle battle rap fans, and they just jumped on that bandwagon. And that's what he's dealing with right now. That's what Hitman Holla's dealing with right now.
He's almost in a battle with himself at this point.
That's what it is. He's in a battle with himself.
Now, I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
Now, let's say, how about Goods? I mean, recently X Factor came out and stated that he's overrated, and Calico said the same thing. And, you know, as some people might have been a little bit disappointed with his performance. Do you feel like maybe Goods is kind of going through the same thing as Hitman, and he needs a big battle? Or how do you feel on Goods' situation?
I think Goods is another guy who just set the bar very high with his battle against K-Shine. Like, that bar was set so high because he literally, like, he was on another planet with those bars. And then he battled Rich Dollars, and that was a kind of that was a good battle for him. But you could tell it was for the money. He battled Tech after that, and he just kicked Tech's ass. Then he battled Conceited and whipped Conceited's ass. So it was like the bar, it was just set so high. And then he kind of, he says it in his battle, like, I don't give a fuck who's better as long as I get the check after. And you could see it in his performance. You could see it in his bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did kind of take a step back. You know what I'm saying? So he has to defend he has to defend the bar that he has set already in order for him to regain that stature that he already has.
Now, he stated he wants to battle Calico. Do you think Calico and him will be a matchup where you'd be like, okay, this is something you'd like to see? Do you think he's hungry enough to beat Calico? Because Calico is extremely hungry and he's focused to become the best. And this is basically what he says. How do you feel about that matchup, and would you like to see that?
What it looks like to me, and I commend Goods for this, it looks like Goods wants to battle all of the main event rappers. Everybody who's main eventing, he wants to battle them to continue to keep his name up there. And it's a great scheme, and it's a great way to maintain his level of top tier. You know what I'm saying? He just has to continue. He has to just elevate himself and raise that bar and then elevate over that bar. You know what I'm saying? Calico right now he's hot right now. He's like, he battled 3 times this year, and each performance was great. So he just has to. I personally wouldn't want to see Goods and Calico. That's just me. But I know why Goods would want to battle Calico. You know what I'm saying? Because people are bigging him up. So Goods is like, okay, people want to big you up, let me take you out.
Mm-hmm. Loaded Lux, Murder Mook. I mean, we have these people talking about coming back. What's your opinion? Do they get killed in today's ring, or do they just prove that nobody really is on their level?
The thing about battling is it's not really it's like boxing. You can kind of predict who's going to win, but anybody can have an off night if they're not training well. You know what I'm saying? And these guys have been out of the league for a long time. Somebody like a Murder Mook, who is he's the forefather of everybody's style in battle rap to me. When somebody stops battling you and starts battling somebody else, or talking to the camera, talk to somebody else, that's Murder Mook. A saying at the end of a rap, that's Murder Mook. Personals, that's Murder Mook. He is the forefather. So if he comes back, I wouldn't be surprised if he brings something else new to the table, and people want to see him lose. I don't think people want to see him win or see him in action. I think people want to see him lose. Somebody like Loaded Lux, on the other hand, I'm a Lux fan, as Norbs may know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like lyrically, he is just too much for an opponent. So he may lose in a big setting, but in a small setting, like a one-off, he will decapitate anybody. You know what I'm saying? But he'll kill anybody in a one-off.
We're going to get back to some callers here. Mickey, are you staying with us in case any other callers have questions for you?
Yeah, of course. All
right. 718-809. So, surprise guest with us. Mickey Factz just called in. What's going on?
Now, this is your boy Matt again. I got a question for Norbs again.
Go ahead, brother.
Yo, Norbs, what you think? Night of rematches, you think that's an investment or not?
I would definitely like to see some rematches. I definitely would like to see. I want to see Surf and Young Ill or two.
I think people want to see Surf versus DNA more than Surf and Young Ill.
Oh, because everybody thinks that DNA won. That's why you stayed in that, or?
Yeah, I think that's why. And they always going at it, always on Twitter, everything. They always going at it. So I think that would be good too. But I always want that.
We've actually had talks about that shit because a lot of people wanted to see what was it? Surf again against Young L, Math and Solomon.
Wow.
Who else was it?
Of course, Hollow and Arsenal.
Hollow and Arsenal.
Hollow and Arsenal. I think Hollow and Arsenal will have to be the main event on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, all our battles have main events, so.
I think it's a lot of, rematches that people would want to see, and I think it might be an investment. So, I was just throwing that out there.
I mean, like I said, we're always looking for different things in the URL, and whatever the fans want to see, we try to make it happen. To be honest with you,
Matt, I actually got a question for you. Who do you want to see on that URL stage that hasn't graced the stage as of yet?
That ain't battle yet?
Yeah.
That hasn't graced the stage of URL yet. Oh, that didn't hit URL yet? That's a tough one. That's a tough question. Ain't nobody really come to mind right now. I always want to see.
You have to sit on it. Sit on it and think about it. I'm gonna go back to you, Mickey Factz. Same question for you.
Do we consider Smack the same as URL?
Norbs.
Oh, I'm sorry, say it again?
Do we consider Smack URL?
Yeah, Smack is URL, yeah.
No, okay. If they battled in the 04, 05 Smack, I think he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I would want to see Reed Dollars. I'm not mad at wanting to see Reed Dollars battle on URL.
Now let me ask you a question. What do you think about Disaster personally? I mean, me and Disaster have been going back and forth. We're considering bringing him back, and I'm bringing him over for battling. Why do you feel about Disaster?
I like Disaster. He puts his words together very well. I just feel like he there's a lot of, when I speak to battle fans, they just feel like he rambles too much. There's a lot of rambling, a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense. But in terms of lyrical ability, he's crazy. I just don't know if he'll be able to take booing from he can take booing from a grind time crowd. I don't know if he can take booing from a real URL crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know. But it would be interesting. I'm not against it. I think it would be interesting.
I mean, it's funny that you bring that up because I think people actually tend to forget how crowded URL actually gets. I mean, Webster Hall is packed, and how many people is that, Norbs, that you have live in attendance?
Webster Hall is about 2,000 or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
If you have 2,000 people booing you, as opposed to, I mean, I don't want to name numbers for grind time, but I'm just saying, I think that you're onto something there. And Norbs, you were going to go say something?
I was going to say, shout out to my man, Shot Stimuli, man. He's on Twitter, and he was just shouting out battle raps, and he was talking about the real QP, like he's a fan of QP, that he thinks he's ill. Now, what do you think about the new class, Mickey? I know Mickey, because Mickey watches everything, literally. Me and Mickey go back and forth with new talent. What do you feel about the QPs, the Bill Collectors, the John Johns, the JCs, the Raws? How do you feel about them? And who's your favorite in order?
I think it was an amazing idea to bring in new talent. I think every year it should be new talent coming in, and whoever's idea it was, I believe it was Norb's idea, that was an ingenious idea to bring in this new talent, because I think a lot of people were getting tired of seeing the same people battling, and then when you get to a certain level in battling, as high as you get, people start to retire. You know what I'm saying? So people always want to champion the underdog and the newer guy. I mean, right now, in terms of ranking with the new guys, man, there's some really good new guys, man. I know top 5 new guys for me, in no order. I can't do it in order. There's too many. I would say John is one of them. I just recently watched his Bricks battle. Oh, God, he went crazy in that Bricks battle. QP, I like QP. JC, B-Magic, and I like Rosenberg Raw. Oh no, Bill Collector. I'll choose Bill Collector over Raw, but Raw is a strong 6. And I'm interested to see Bill Collector come back. You know what I'm saying? And see what he does.
He's about to battle John. What do you think about that matchup?
Well, I know that they were supposed to battle before. They were supposed to battle that last Proving Ground event, and I was going for John. You know what I'm saying? Now, I still kind of got John, but I can't count Bill Collector out because he's very entertaining, man. It's like watching Tech 9 on steroids, like, you know what I mean? Because this kid is like all over the place. And when people say, oh, he don't got bars, you know, and that's what you see on Twitter and on YouTube. You know, when you watch it back on camera, like it's like, oh, okay. But when you're there, no matter the harshest critic will be entertained, like no question. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be entertained, and you're gonna like the bars no matter what. You know.
I agree with you. But you know what's funny? It's almost like being in a concert, though, because, you know, you can not like a song in person, but if you're in concert watching it, it's kind of like, wow, it's the greatest. It's
right.
Like kind of performance.
I mean, as a you got to think about it. As a kid, when you watch Michael Jackson's concerts and you would see people fainting, you'll be like, why are they fainting? It's not that serious. You don't understand until you're there, until you're watching it. Then you will be like, oh, this is incredible. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think the fans should really watch these battles, like you're really there.
Now, Mickey, you was at Motor City Mayhem, and we see your reaction through every battle. Now, we had a lot of the new guys on there. I don't want to get off the top with the new guys. Who was the most impressive newcomer of that battle, of that night, in your opinion, and what was your favorite battle of the night?
JC was the most impressive, hands down. JC is like, the kid looks like my little brother. He looks like he's 12 years old. Like, he has incredible bar structure and punchlines. Like, it's unbelievable at sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's really unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the best battle of the night for me, I really enjoyed the Rich Dollars and X Factor battle. I think X Factor is top 5 at this point. But watching it back, it was cool, and I'm really excited to see QP versus Tay-Rock.
I had a lot of people tell me Tay-Rock versus QP. 347-886. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Yo, what up, Jesse? It's Sunil.
What's going on, Sunil? Sunil held down the dispatch. Happy birthday, man. What's going on? You got any questions for Mickey Factz or Norbs?
I got a question for Norbs, but I want to say what's up to Mickey Factz because I'm a big fan.
What's up, bro? What's up?
I got all your mixtapes, and I probably owe you a couple of dollars for downloading them all, but thanks, shout out for the music, man.
No doubt.
Yo, question for Norbs. You know, Norbs, everybody has their priorities. Some people value content. Some people value wordplay. What do you value, like, above all else? What separates, like, people and what they do?
Well, me, like, even the way I scout talent and, like, I go, like I said, like, I call Mickey, I call, you know, I actually really call Mickey, even John sometimes I call. And, you know, we send each other, like, different battles, like, yo, check this guy out, check that guy out. And it's just, like, I like variety. Like, Bill Collector is nowhere near, he doesn't rap nowhere near as a JC. So, and then you got like a B Magic, and you got a Rosenberg Raw who spits, like, you know what I mean? So, in terms of scouting, as long as you excel at what you do, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
That's what I look for. It's like when you watch football. Sometimes you can have a team that runs the ball better than a team that passes the ball. But if a team that runs the ball can beat a team that, you know what I mean? So it all depends. Like, how can you beat Bill Collector? How can you match his energy? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you match JC's wittiness? How are you going to beat that? So it becomes very strategic with these battles. If you have everybody raps the same, it doesn't make any sense. So I just look for the best at what they do. You know what I mean?
So it's like find your niche and just exploit the shit out of that.
And
like it's strategy. Like I really want to see Tech 9 versus Hollow because I want to see if Hollow is witty enough to beat Tech 9. Like that's me.
Word.
I want to see if he can battle somebody who's probably a bigger fan favorite as him and can control the crowd like Hollow. How can Hollow beat Tech? So these are, I like those type of matchups because you got to figure out the opponent. If you got a guy that conceded battling Heartless, they rap exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it's not like that entertaining. But if you have, like a Rex who's more of an old school rapper battling that conceded, they're now strategies. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what kind of stuff I like.
Anything else on your marks, man?
No, that's it, man. You answered my question well, Norb. Thank you.
Yo, who's a URL battle rapper who's not a URL, but who hasn't graced the stage of URL that you would like to see?
You know what, man? And I was just thinking about this because I heard you ask someone else it, and I actually said this to you the other day, but I would love to see a guy like Dumbfounded who, he's kind of the opposite of what a lot of URL rappers are about. But the thing is, sometimes, like, he's so clever that, like, anybody can understand his shit and think it's mad funny. Like, I think anybody would really like his second round or third round against Pumpkinhead.
So good. I was like, wow. But he's, like, ultra hilarious. Like, it's crazy. Like, Dumbfounded. Notice too with URL though, you have to be able to rap. Like that's the big difference. What I think us and as opposed to other leagues. Not knocking anybody, you gotta actually rap. Like you can't sit there and tell jokes all night because you will get thrown off stage. You have to.
I mean, you don't think Dumbfounded can actually cross over to that?
Well, that's why I think it would be interesting. I think it'd be able to see whether he'd be able to take that angle.
There's the reason I went for SoCon as opposed to a lot of other people. Because I felt like SoCon can actually rap. Like, he was funny, yes, but he can rap. Like, he was really dope. And that's why I bring SoCon over. It wasn't because he had me scream and laugh when he battled Cortez. It's the fact that he had good schemes, he can rap, he had good rebuttals. So to come over here, and I'm saying Dumbfounded isn't the best rapper, but I haven't really seen him go off like that in his battles. So that's what I kind of look for.
917-279, what's on your mind, man?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, this is a question for Factz, Mickey.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, will we ever see you in a URL ring, or?
It's a possibility that something like that could happen. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking about it for some time now. I just want to make sure, I get some things straight with my career before I take that step into going into the URL arena, But I definitely have thought about it more than once,
Thanks a lot, 917.
So, Ricky, hold on. Who would you want to battle, though? That's the question I want to know. I remember you and Math went back and forth one day. We was all joking around, and you said you and Math would want to battle. Like, I was like, what? I was shocked.
Me and Matt, I was just joking. That was, for me to get on the track with him. He was like, yo, I want you to do the track. I was like, I got 70 bars already waiting for you. What up? That was just me joking with him. You know what I'm saying? But Math is out of all the URL battlers, Math is probably the only person who's actually seen me, like, in action and, like, tear a whole bunch of people's heads off, actually, you know what I'm saying? So, but in terms of me battling people, like, if I was to battle, like, next week, I would probably go for 3 people, and that would be Big T, Rex, and Lux. Those are the only 3 I would want to battle.
Wow. Why them 3 out of everybody?
I think Big T is. It's something about Big T. His setups are crazy. And he has some really good punchlines, and I feel like he's overrated. Rex is like he's in the Bronx and in Harlem. His catalog outside of on camera, off camera is just crazy. Like he was one of those guys where he could kill you with a 10-minute round, and there would be nothing you could do about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was always somebody I always wanted to be like. I always wanted to battle. And Lux, because I just feel like he's one of the best, and I would just want to see if I could take him down. Pause.
718-809, what's on your mind, man?
Yo, I'm back.
Back. You back, Matt, or you good?
Nah, I'm back. I got who I think I want on there. On the URL, Jim.
Go ahead. What do you want to ask?
I want to see Awkward finally get killed by Shotgun Suge. I want to see Rome, I don't know if that's his name, the Rome that killed Awkward, because Rome is nice. Underrated to me. And, what I just had, damn.
that's okay, man. Shotgun Suge versus Awkward.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had E Ness. A lot of people don't like him because they feel like he's a mainstream rapper or whatever. But I really think E Ness is all right, if he get a nice shot, because I think he kind of beat Arsenal. So I think E Ness, if he get that shot versus somebody that's okay or whatever, he can do his thing.
I think you're wrong. I think a lot of people like Ness. I think Ness's flow is untouchable, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I don't know, Norbs, Mickey.
His stage presence is crazy to me.
I think we've we've brought up Ness in a bunch of meetings, right, Norbs? We've brought up Ness, just trying to bring him to URL. I think Ness is dope. I like Ness.
I actually just got off the phone with Ness right before the show started, and we actually were talking about him coming over here. And he said he wants Averb. He said he wants Averb, Math, and Calico.
Wow. Well, how about Cortez, though? Cortez called him out a few times.
I feel you, but what he stated was, this is his words, not mine. He said he wants the battle bosses. He wants Averb, Math, and Calico. That's his exact words, and him and Math kind of had a thing going back and forth, as well as I think Averb as well had something to say to him. So he's more than welcome to come out here. Like I fucks with him that's heavy. Like he's a good dude, and I think he's talented.
518, you got anything on your mind from Mickey Factz, Norbs? No, I'm just listening. All right, 518, just listening. No, I'm sorry. Somebody was going to go ahead and say something?
No, Mickey, you got something to say?
No.
I was actually going to ask Mickey, not to take attention away from you, but, you're still cool with Buddens, right?
Yeah.
You and Buddens are still people? Now, I remember back in the Fight Club days, there was talks of, back when hiphopsite.com was out, and I remember there was talks about Buddens versus Cassidy. I know that battle wouldn't be interesting at the moment or anything, but, how about Buddens getting into that ring? Is he too above that?
I had asked Buddens a couple of times if he wanted to get into the ring, and if you noticed, he called out Cassidy and he called out Beanie Siegel too, and they both declined, but Buddens always wanted to get into the ring. Like he was, he's a big battle rap fan. Same with Roy.
Well, there's something going on between Buddens and Arsenal. Is that out of the question?
I don't think Buddens will battle Arsenal. I don't think that's somebody he would want to battle. Buddens, he always wanted the guys that were nice in the industry or like on the mixtape scene. So he always wanted to. He even called out Graf at one point. Like he wanted to battle guys that were hot on the mixtape scene or guys that the mainstream underground who thought they were the best. He always wanted to battle those guys. That was Budden's thing. So he called out Cassidy, he called out Graf, he called out Beanie Siegel. You know what I mean? And he told Smack a couple times, like, yo, you get the money, I'll do it. No problem.
Okay, make it. Go ahead, now.
Joey's one of my favorite rappers, man. I don't know if anybody sees
for real.
Man. So I got a quick question. You said you would definitely consider coming back, right? You named 3 guys. I got a name. Would you ever consider battling Tech 9? Yeah, why wouldn't you, or why would you?
No, I wouldn't battle Tech 9, man. Tech 9 is just it's I wouldn't battle Tech 9 because in a big setting, no matter what you say, like, you're gonna lose. Like, it's just gonna be a loss. No matter how nice you are, it's just not gonna work.
15 seconds left. Mickey Factz, you were a caller. You became our guest. Any last words, man? Thanks for coming on URL's Battle Rap Arena.
Just continue to support URLTV.tv. Continue to support URL Battle Rap Arena. Look out for my tape, Mickey Mouse, coming soon. You know what I'm saying? That's it.